Do you do it? I mean, really, most of us either do it or have done it at some point in our lives, be it gossiping about someone we know, a friend, a family member, a distant connection, or celebrities, celebrity gossip, or a new emergence in this new world that we come to find ourselves in against political figures. And it might devolve from gossip into actual full-blown, right-out hatred. And I've seen this both in workplaces as well as out there publicly in society. There's three groups of people when it comes to gossiping: those who do it, who engage in it, and are completely A-okay with it, regardless who the subject is. And then there's another group who are completely against gossiping and will vilify and will call out in an extremely derogatory, demeaning, almost mean manner those who do gossip, judge them, belittle them, berate them, without explaining why they're behaving this way. And then there's a third group of people, which is people I believe I fall under, the ones who just observe everything that's happening right now. And in this new world that we come to find ourselves in, where hatred is okay, where crapping over, a certain group of people or a certain person that news media, society is okay with you crapping all over, gossiping about, backstabbing, perhaps without having full knowledge of who that person is. You might even get praise from society for trashing that person. It seems to me that we have lost our moral compass, if you may. In Sufi teachings, and in case you don't know, I have been reading Sufi textbooks, not indoctrinating myself, but actually widening my scope of awareness and consciousness. Gossiping is a trait that you will find in those who are ill of character, those who have a sickly character. And what is character but who you are? Another thing I read, which I thought was interesting to just contemplate, think about, regardless your belief systems. They compared gossiping against another to an artist who has produced marvelous art, multiple forms of art, and then someone coming along and attacking, destroying, tearing down the artwork of that artist. Here's another example. Parents who have children, more than one child. Let's say they have 3 or 4 children, and the parents have to watch their children attack each other, fight each other, vilify one another, and then on top of that, one child goes to another child and tells them, "I'm the chosen one. My parents love me more than they love you." And they keep doing it. And then they start creating division and hatred within the siblings who all belong to the same family, who were kind of created by the same people. And that is how, regardless what you believe in, God, the universe, spirit, your higher self, consciousness, source energy, we are all connected. We are all a part of this system, be it the universe, be it the solar system, be it Mother Earth, whatever it is you choose to believe in. I am not here to tell you what God is, who to believe in. I'm here to tell you that we all bleed red. And when you attack another, believe it or not, you are attacking yourself. That another has triggered you. And the gossiping and the hatred and the vilification of another is your shadow aspect playing out in real time. What we should do, which we are not taught to do, which we are not told to do, is sit back and reflect what it is another person has triggered in us, and that requires something called honesty. Being honest with yourself. And if you look around, we live in a world where honesty is a very rare commodity. We can't be honest with each other, which only reflects that we are dishonest within ourselves. It requires honesty with yourself and an understanding that whatever emotion another has triggered in you or continues to trigger in you is your own wound. It is not the fault of another that you feel the need to dump all over them. Regardless what the news tells you, regardless what your politicians urge you, and regardless what we have normalized as a society, we have become an extremely sick society. And globalization has only normalized this even more on the world scale. So back to gossiping. Understanding that when you gossip and you rip yourself apart from any higher version of yourself that you could become, you demote yourself when you attack another. You deserve better. You deserve to flourish, to blossom into the most authentic, highest aspect of yourself. You owe it to yourself to reach the highest potential that you can possibly reach in this timeline. And that starts by being honest with yourself. And part of being honest with yourself is dropping the habit of gossip and moving away from the need to gossip about other people, and understanding that it doesn't speak well of your character when you crap over another human being, regardless what has been normalized in society. And that is today's lesson. Namaste.